So Seedance 2.0 is officially here, and it's a total shift for AI filmmaking. The motion is finally at a level where it actually feels, well, real. But here's the catch. To get these results, you have to write a prompt that looks like a textbook. Nobody has time for that. We covered the technical side last time, but today, I'm showing you how to take that logic and adapt it for long AI storytelling. Hey, Nova here. Last time, I gave you a skill file for Claude that turns it into a pro prompt engineer, specifically for Seedance 2. Think of a skill as a manual. It's a set of rules telling the AI exactly how to handle cinematography and movement for you. There are 4 key files here. Skill.md is the main instruction manual, while the camera Bible handles the cinematography expertise. Then, Seedance capabilities teaches Claude the specific language of the tool. Finally, we have prompt examples to tie it all together. Set up a skill is too easy. On Claude AI, just go to your settings, click Skills, and upload the file from the description. Last time, we used this for basic prompts. Today, I'm showing you how to actually adapt this setup for longer AI video. By the way, if you aren't using Claude for your projects, don't sweat it. You can still use this. Just take that same file, change the suffix from .skill to .zip, and rename it. From there, you can either upload the zip or just open it up and copy the text directly into any other LLM. It works exactly the same way. Okay, let's assume you've already got your characters ready. For this project, I'm using these 2 I created earlier in Seedream 4.5. Now, instead of just guessing how to put them in a scene, we're going back to Claude. I'll upload both images and ask for a 3-scene basketball battle in one flow. Watch this, because the skill file is active, Claude isn't just writing a story. It's generating technical prompts that understand physics and keep our characters consistent across every shot. Let's take a quick look at how Seedance 2.0 actually handles different styles. Seedance 2.0 uses 2 modes, image and text-to-video, across 4 specific styles. You just pick the one that fits your vibe. Style 1, the timeline, best for cinematic action. It uses timestamps like a director's script for frame-by-frame control. Style 2, one flowing paragraph. Perfect for anime or fantasy. No sections, just one fluid paragraph for a single unbroken intention. Style 3, the montage. This is for high-energy social clips. It's built for quick cuts that lead up to a final punchline. Style 4, omni-reference, your go-to for consistency. It uses image tags to lock in your character's face and outfit so they don't melt between shots. If you want to try a different style, just tell Claude. Ask it to use a specific format, like one flowing paragraph or timeline. This logic isn't tied to just one site. To show you what I mean, I'm running this workflow through 2 different platforms. For the first test, I'm using CloneViral. It's an all-in-one spot that keeps the latest models updated. We'll head to the Create Video section and select Seedance 2. You'll see a few options here like text to video or first and last frame, but for this workflow, we're using reference to video. Okay, now just upload your character images. You'll see they're labeled as at 1 and at 2 here. Now just upload your character images. You'll notice this platform labels them as at 1 and at 2. Since Claude's prompt used at image 1, just do a quick swap in the text to match. It's a tiny fix, but it ensures the engine locks onto the right anchors perfectly. Hit generate. And honestly, that consistency is fine. Just a heads up, make sure your reference images match your final aspect ratio. If you want a 16:9 cinematic shot, use 16:9 starting images. Now, let's try something a bit more advanced. I'm uploading image 1, the sleeveless crop top, and image 2, the charcoal crop hoodie. My prompt to Claude is dead simple. I want a scene where she changes from image 1 to image 2. Now, over to Higgsfield. The workflow is a bit different. Click the add icon, upload your character from a few angles, name them, and hit save. The platform then checks if they're ready. I've already set up my characters, Zara and Mika, and as you can see, they've both got that eligible label right here. Once they're cleared, just paste that technical prompt we got from Claude. Remember those at image 1 and at image 2 tags? We're just going to swap those out for the names we saved, Zara and Mika. Hit generate, and let's see what we got. That shot looks great, but for a real story, we have to keep the momentum going. This next step is a total game changer for long-form video, and it's surprisingly simple. Just take a screenshot of the very last frame of your video. Feed that back into Claude and say, "Continue the battle from here." Mika gets the ball and starts dribbling. Claude uses the skill file to analyze your frame and writes a new technical prompt that follows the action perfectly. Now back in Higgsfield, upload that screenshot as your first frame and paste the new prompt. Since the AI is starting with your actual last frame, the clips will stitch together seamlessly. No jumping, no glitches, just one continuous story. Alright, that covers the workflow, but here are a few quick tips. If you hit a character limit, just tell Claude to keep the prompt under that specific count. If you aren't on Claude, just rename the file to .zip. On Windows, if you don't see the extension, just turn on file name extensions in your folder settings. On Mac, just hit Command+I to rename it. Once it's a zip, copy the logic into any LM you like. It's that easy. Thanks for hanging out today, love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.